I was at a stupid film called Just Cool Rapports.
Who are you here to see?
Last time I saw him was years ago. Perhaps, I thought, he's still active here. I'm looking for my old friend, the Rapping Pizza. It was then there was a man who turned up and he said, "Oh yeah, that's our great big star. Come with me." And off we go. There he is, sitting there, rapping. Go to sleep, rap God, and go to hell, rap devil. I'm the rap snack, you never get on my level. The only bar these other kids say is in prison. So I drop the so hit on each other and listen and play games. But scoring, I don't get better. My only joysticks, my joy from sticking up your sister. My only pocket monster is the AK. I'm back in. You had 90 problems, now it's only 47. I'm the winner of the industry. The reason that you cease to be, so say your prayers. If need be, I beat you religiously. Yeah, the Rapping Pizza. You can't catch me, cause I eat ya. Now, let me teach ya how the rich get richer. With eyes like a Richard. Fantastic. Then I said, "Hey!" It was then he noticed and ran and jumped into my arms and said, "Is that really you, Michael?" Then I said, "Yes, I saw that rap. You've come far. I'm really proud." The Rapping Pizza was trying very hard not to look proud. And then he asked, "What are you doing here?" So I said, "Fair enough, I'll tell you." There we all were, inside a great big cave, and we looked to see who there was. There was my brother Brian, Uncle Mozza Bry, and the Flying Scotsman, and Karcas, and of course the Rapping Pizza. My brother said, "Hey, Rapping Pizza, really great to see you again." Karcas said,
"Right. As you all know, it was our plan to go to the dimension of the food people. I'm going to open up a portal using my magic, and the Rapping Pizza, one of the food people, will link it to the correct dimension. There, we need to go to the Fruit Kingdom and find King Plum."
A portal appeared. It was then the Rapping Pizza began to punch it. Suddenly, it appeared a picture of a magic placed inside the portal. We went inside, and there it was, the dimension of the food people. It was wonderful. Everything was made of food, from the broccoli trees to the red mountains. Uncle Chocolate said, "Look, there's a chocolate sauce canal." And Uncle Jam Roly Poly said there was peaches. It was then Karcas said,
"This is it, Guardians. Michael, come help me with this map here. See where we are and which way to go."
It says we are in the broccoli woods. Let's go this way. There we were, walking for 3 hours, and then we start the moaning. "Can I have a drink?"
No, don't drink that.
Okay.
Michael, why did I ask you to help with this again?
Don't worry about it. What's that?
I done saw a funny noise.
Wait, everyone.
What? Suddenly, it appeared. "Hello, my name is Crazy Broccoli. I see that you all, except one, are not from here. You've been walking in circles as well. Would you but let me help you, okay? Yeah? How do we know we can trust you? You don't. But what choice do you have?"
Fair enough, but I'll tell you, no funky stuff for your gun. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah, okay. You see that thing over there? That's fridge, prison. That's where they lock up the rotten food people. What? Oh yeah, the rotten food people. Once our world was peaceful. The 5 kings lived in harmony. king carrot of the vegetable kingdom, king strawberry of the food kingdom, king chocolate of the candy lands, king almonds of the seed nut mountains, and king hamburger of the junk islands. But then something horrible happened. King Hamburger became corrupted by something no one knows why. King Hamburger declared war on the other kingdoms. It was horrible. And so it went on, day after day, for years. Trouble was, King Hamburger's meats were made of rotten food, people. It became a disease. Every time a bed was thought, food people were infected and became rotten food people. A kind of zombies, really dangerous. And suddenly one day, the bed of the vanilla plays began, and there was King Hamburger against King Strawberry. It was then King Strawberry was cut in half. King Hamburger nearly just fell over and died. Then suddenly he appeared, the Plum Knight, with a really long fork, and it banged into King Hamburger really hard and fast. The rotten food people were defeated and the surviving once locked up in fridge prison to start the infections. The Plum Knight became King Plum of the food kingdom. Wonderful. But, and this is a big but, they found out King Hamburger had escaped. That was 10 years ago. He hasn't been seen since then, but every year more and more food people disappeared. We all feared something is going to happen again. Anyway, let's keep going. Almost there. And there is the food kingdom castle. Welcome, gents. Now, I'm going to get you inside, and after that, I have to hang about waiting to see the maidens of the king. So chewy and sweet. Anyway, off we go. Okay then, guys. Good luck. See you.
Right, here we are. Leave the talking to me, unless instructed otherwise. Understood?
Yes.
Your Grace.
What be this? A gathering. Humans, flying Scotsmen of ancient origin, one of the worm folk, even one of the junk food people? I greet you, but have many questions.
Rest assured, they will be answered. King Plum, I am Karcas the Cave Wizard, and these fine people behind me are some of the World Guardians.
The World Guardians, you say? Karcas? You only further my curiosity.
The World Guardians? Yes. Their world and thus mine is in grave danger. Dark forces have gathered and are plotting to cast a dark veil over it, to conquer it, leaving destruction in its wake. And very likely they also have their eyes set on many other worlds and dimensions, including your own, King Plum.
Worrisome. Especially with the situation that has already been brewing here among the food people. So, what kind of dark forces are we speaking of exactly?
Thus far, demons, spawn of the abyss. But they seem to have been working with a certain group of humans, going by the name of the Haribo Company. They have armies upon armies of indoctrinated soldiers, and robot soldiers are not out of the question either.
Demons. Highly worrisome indeed. I must tell you, this was before my time, but we food people have a history with those fiendish creatures.
I know of this, but the other guardians present here do not. King Plum, may I kindly request your retelling of this part of your history?
Since the time calls for it, fair enough. Let me tell you about the perils my ancestors and those of my kin faced, long ago. It began 600 years ago. Our world was in a time of peace then, but this was soon to be interrupted. Around the world, sightings of strange things began to take place. Portals. Dark tears in the fabric of our world. Indeed, portals to and from the abyss. There were those who ventured there to investigate, but they never returned. There were those who came near it to investigate, but only few of them returned. And those that did so with such tales of darkness that seemed unlikely to exist in our world, that almost nobody believed it. Up until then, hidden from the rest of the world, were the sorcerers of the valley, among them being the sorcerers of sound, the source of the music that still enchants many of us today. They came to us with warning of grave danger and displays of magic to prove who they were, and it was then that realization finally began to sink in. Our bright reality was about to be shattered. Not long thereafter, the portals appeared all over the world. At this point, the sorcerers had globally prepared a defensive unit, training armies in the ways of the old days, arming them to the teeth. The sorcerers themselves had no real idea of how to counter the abyssal threats, and so, a small group of them was sent into the Seednut Mountains to investigate possibilities. There, something of shadow spawned, a creature so dark that even the sorcerers were frightened to no end. But they persisted, for the sake of our world and thus theirs, and cast spells in an attempt to destroy the creature. The pyromancers among them could damage the beast, but its recovery was swift. All other kinds of magic seemed to be mostly ineffective. At least, until Kiwano the songster stepped forth, and sang songs and made the air vibrate to create sounds to accompany the tunes of his voice. The earth virtually shattered underneath the demon, and it itself began to shake, attempting but unable to not hear the sound. It shrieked, and its muscles began to shrink, as it was brought down to a weakened state. At that, the other sorcerers attempted their own magical spells once more, and managed to destroy the creature within seconds. And so, a weakness had been found. The sorcerers spread word about this, and all sorcerers of sound were called upon to travel with other sorcerers to purge the world from the demonic entities. And so they did, one by one, until the whole world was filled with music and the portals spawned no more hellspawn, and were then enabled to be closed with ease, and no resistance from the other side. And so they were, and music became even more beloved among the food people, and it has filled the world more than ever before since then. However, a mysterious phenomenon then began to occur hundreds of years later. The sorcerers of sound began to catch diseases unknown to any of our medicine men, and perished, until they became rarer and rarer. Their numbers, while never eliminated, did dwindle, and still do. After that, the sorcerers, and with that also the sorcerers of sound, disappeared. While it is safe to assume they brought themselves to fade into the background again, they haven't been seen since and only heard from through music and whatever events may have transpired because of them. Kiwano the songster became a hero and a subject of folklore and legends, along with Rambutan the head sorcerer and King Tomato the Relentless, with statues raised in their honor. Before I digress, I think it is time now to discuss what else you would like to request of me, as I can sense that is about to occur.
Right you are. Let us continue. So, with this ancient threat looming again, I am seeking to gather more allies and expand the World Guardians into something truly mighty. For this, I would like to request that you, King Plum, join forces with us, and request of the other Food People kings to do so as well, with all of your armies combined. And I would also like to ask you to join us on our quest to find the lost sorcerers of sound again. Before you mention it, yes, I know this task may not be easy, but my faith goes above all of that. So does that of the other World Guardians, and so I hope that yours will too.
Karcas, it would be my honor to fight this threat alongside such a diverse group of peoples, and a great wizard of the worm folk such as yourself. I am inclined to say yes. However, the situation with the disappearing Food People is starting to become alarming. Just this morning, my scouts informed me that new clues have been discovered pointing at a location just off the coast of the Vegetable Kingdom, near Port Lettuce, where ships used to sail to the Junk Islands. I ask this favor of you, go there with my group of scouts and help us solve this mystery once and for all, and then I shall be enabled to and will indeed join you.
I agree to your proposal, King Plum. So let us proceed immediately.
Very well then.
Come on, Brian. It'll be fun. The next day.
Here we are then, gentlemen. Port lettuce. I have arranged for Captain Cabbage to meet you momentarily. I and the other scouts will join you in a bit.
Great. Really great.
Ahoy, and there I be. Are you all ready to set sail? Then let us go. Har har har.
I don't think it's funny.
That sounded better in my head. Anyway, let's be on our way now.
Not long after.
We will arrive on the nearest junk island within a few hours, mateys. Keep an eye out for crazy stuff in the water.
What's in it?
Nothing much to usually worry about, Michael. They're very rare. But if a fry octopus turns up somehow, then you'll know who to give out a shout for.
You know, I hate the sea, Michael. Yeah, sorry. I feel a bit sick, actually.
For fuck's sake, Brian. I thought your stomach would have been a little stronger.
Leave him alone. I'm called Tomato. He doesn't need this now.
What's wrong with poking a little bit of fun? Come on, Michael. You seem like you need some rest.
Well, perhaps. I just feel like the weight of the whole world is on my shoulders right now.
I get ya, Michael, but no sour grapes. You've got all the world guardians behind you. Take a nap. We'll be there soon. It's gonna be alright. When this is said and done, I'll take you to the nice cafe back in Scotland you've always liked.
Okay.
Hey, I'll be right back. Hey Mazza Plate, what are you doing out here?
Hey Tom, what's up? I'm just enjoying the view here, really. The other Flying Scotsmen have dozed off. We'll wake them up when we get to the island.
Fair enough. I actually wanted to ask you if you could help me out. I'm trying to get my magic detection senses up and running, but they're a bit rusty, facing barely any magic back on Earth. It should help us find those sorcerers, wherever they be.
You're just brimming with good ideas, aren't ya? Sounds good to me. Let's try it.
Kaboom, 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 kaboom. CaptainPlums,